Hey everyone, I'm back again, and it's time to draw possibly one of my favorite Teen Titans, Cyborg. This has been hugely requested. He's the only Teen Titan I haven't drawn, so if you can, please, in the links below, and there may be annotations, check out all the other Teen Titans. You know, Robin, Starfire, they're all down there. And before we start, once again, I always like to talk with thank you, all new fans, all new subscribers. Can't do it without you all. It means the world to me, so thank you for the ongoing support. So I'm really happy, guys. I'm really grateful, really happy. I love all of you guys a lot, and just support's been great. And this tip and trick I'm going to teach you, I promise, if you truly understand, you will improve fast. You will improve like you won't believe. And basically it is that you need to think of things as sketchy, gestural, and don't put final lines down. This is something I stressed for a while. And of course I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But the number one thing, and this is so serious, this will absolutely change how you draw. Never ever think of your final drawing. And this is a huge opinion of mine, and in today's society you have shows like, you have Teen Titans, all these new cartoons, action, anime, and everything's got crisp, clean lines, sharp lines. And so when you're trying to draw, you may try to imitate that. But it's very important that you want to get the fundamentals down first, which is gesture, which is anatomy. And I'm still learning all these things, but I'm going to show you through this drawing what I mean exactly, and how fast you can put the image down and then go and do the details. It's something that will change. I keep saying, because by me learning this and teaching you all, I really hope you understand. So I'm just loosening up my hand. I like to do a couple of practice circles and things. But really, he's got a huge muscular, huge body. But I'm going to start with the head shape because it's in the front view here. And let me make sure, about right here. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, it might take about 2 minutes, but all I'm going to do is do an initial sketch. I'm not going to add any details. I'm just going to get my basic shapes in, and you'll be blown away. So that's like a head shape, and then the torso is kind of going at an angle. So think of this whole rib cage. See, I'm just drawing the lines underneath, outlines, nothing fancy, kind of like a torso shape, and then he gets skinnier down here. And there's a million trillion ways you can start, a million ways you can do it. But see, and I have a basic body, no arms yet. But this is what I love. This is what I enjoy about drawing. And once you get this process down, I promise all of you will draw so much better. You'll improve. You'll have more fun. Then where this big shoulder is. And also, once again, I am using a reference photo. I have very difficulty drawing from my mind, from imagination. And, so don't be discouraged if you have the same issue like me. But see the arm kind of coming off, and then here's where you want to foreshorten. Foreshortening is hard, but with the reference it makes it, a billion times easier. But you have this huge mass. And see, I could do it a lot faster if I wanted. I'm kind of taking my time, loose lines. Huge mass there. And then it kind of connects. And see how I got this shape there? And then the huge forearm. It just comes down. You can exaggerate even more if you want, but definitely want to show, see how big the whole forearm is, and it arches up. And like I said, once you get familiar, of course, once you get familiar with anatomy while you're looking at a reference, and I'm still learning anatomy a ton. But once you get familiar with those basic shapes and things, you will be blown away at how much easier it is when you do use a reference. And see, all I'm doing is the hand shape, basic arm, making it real huge, real exaggerated. Then he's got like a shape coming off here where it connects. And I'm not worried about perfect lines. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about gesture, proportions. But look, that maybe took about 3 minutes. And, line down the center, face goes, line for the eye. And you have basic kind of forms already in there. That's the thing we're going for. It's a dynamic pose. But proportions is huge. Notice the size of the head compared to that forearm. The forearm and this needs to be a lot bigger. And see how much bigger it is? And that's something always got to keep in mind. You got to understand proportions a lot, but that's about the basic shape, and we're not going to worry about the lower part, just a little thin here. But see, and then basically I got the forms, And what I did off camera real quick was I just erased any lines that were intercepting. Just clean up. I made a line there. Notice how there's a line that we're going to flesh it in more, where that kind of connects, flesh that. I'm just getting forms. But I'm going to start with the face. And this to me is the most fun about drawing. The whole process of drawing is fun. But you really got to get in a groove. You got to get in a rhythm where, like I said, just do your initial sketch. Make it loose. Keep that in mind. Make your lines loose. Sketch loose. You never want to make stiff lines, and you don't want to be nervous about, that's the biggest thing. Once you get over worrying about making a mistake or not getting something to look right, you'll just be blown away how much better you draw and how much more fun it is too, in my opinion. Let's say I'm just making where the earpieces are, nothing fancy. And the nose, the eyes, about the halfway mark. Wait, you can start the eyes where you feel better. He's got one eye, comes down. And I'm not going to put any detail in. All I'm going to do now, just kind of the basic areas. And there's so many ways you can do it. And like I always say, when you use your reference, use it for what it is, but kind of make it your own style. Make your lines maybe a little bit more exaggerated or a little more edgy. It's just how you want to feel fit. See, I'm making the nose, and I always go back and re-edit things. It's always hard, but see, big frown like he's serious. Real simple shape there. But what I was getting back to is I'm constantly re-editing things, and it's very hard too when you're talking and you're doing the video because it's just so much stuff going on to keep in mind. Basically, half of the head. And notice how the arch kind of arches because I'm making his head tilted in here, and then eyebrow shape. And I'm even, to be honest, I may be adding too much detail already. I need to work on the other suits, parts of the body. But see, all I'm doing is real simple, and we'll go back and do the detail. Let's see how that half, remember this eye is red, so that'll be filled in. Where this will have a pupil, you can make the pupil kind of right there. We'll work in that more. But then on the side of the head, don't forget, right here, there's another little where he's machine. He is Cyborg. I am Cyborg. Part human, part machine. Programmed to kill. Do not compute, do not compute. Malfunction overload! I am a machine. I am programmed to kill. I'm gonna enslave the world! I'm gonna make them my little human slaves. But see what I'm doing? I'm just adding these little guidelines. Of course, I'll look at the photo. But see that? And like I said, it's just a matter, now that you got your basic forms, and it really is just a matter of adding your lines where they go. See, remember his suit? It's got that little part on the front. Almost like the chip. And I'm just making it, I'm just looking at where things go, and it's a matter of just taking your time now and fleshing it out. And you know, once we add value, and never overwork anything. Let's see that. I'll make that line come down even more. And I want to kind of focus on the arm. Let's focus on this arm the most, because right about here, see, he's got a little circle like that, and it is a very complex drawing. You know, there's no doubt about that. It's crazy that they animate this stuff. I mean, I don't get how they animate. Somebody please tell me, how in the world do they animate this stuff? I mean, seriously. Because just drawing one image is insane. How do they animate it? Let's say I'm just doing that, and then here where it connects. And on the arm, there's another line. I'm going to go back and redo the line work like I always say. Oh man, I hope it's dark enough. Please let me know if you can see these lines. But see, I'm just doing line where the arm and real basic kind of shapes. Notice how this kind of arches like that. And here's another line. And like I said, all it is right now is a matter of kind of filling out the patterns on the suit like that. And I like to bounce around the ear. And, you know, it's still very sketchy, but this is like initial phase. And the suit where it just, you can make, so notice how it arches down. Nice curve. I'll clean all that up. But this is the important part. This line, get it as straight as you can. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. And notice how I'm holding my pencil. A lot of people say you hold it a weird way. because when I do the videos, I hold it, oh man, I got that line pretty good. Oh yeah, baby! Notice I hold it like that, where I rested on that finger. And a lot of people say that's weird, and I just always drew like that. But when I do precise stuff, I do hold it like a normal citizen. The Citizen Kane. I am a citizen of Massachusetts. This is my colony. But see, I hold it like that when I do, and even when I sketch on my sketchbook, I hold it like that. It's just, I don't know, I just feel comfortable. But see here, and then once again the little shapes, there's another shape here. And you can just kind of judge too. Make it, the reason I'm adding this shape there is because see how that line kind of falls into it? It looks better. And he's got those cyborg parts coming out, and then another little piece here. Like this shape. Like that, see? It's nothing crazy now. And once we get the patterns in, let's see, and then the hand, of course, this is a crucial part. It comes up, that line, and it kind of arches that way, and then arches this way. And I'm telling you, if I did not see this, have a reference, I couldn't draw it. I honestly couldn't. And that's something you all really got to understand, and that's something I've got to freaking understand too, is, see how just the shapes, I'm just following these basic little knuckle shape here, and then another knuckle shape. But something I've got to understand too is I really can't draw from my mind if I've not seen it. It's impossible, and so don't get discouraged. Like say if someone asks you, oh, can you draw Robin? You're like, yeah, I could try drawing the drawing. It's just horrible. And that's what happens to me. It's not because you suck at drawing. It's not because you're bad. It's just because your mind has never seen it, or at least you have seen it, but you never took the time to truly observe it. And nothing fancy with the hand, and then the little thumb down here. I'm kind of making it more blocky. But let's speed it up a bit now. I don't want to spend too much time, but abdominal shapes. But please let me know if that makes sense in the comments, because that's one of the biggest things I'm still learning. That's something that you all can learn, because once you got to realize that it doesn't mean you're bad at drawing. It's just it's like your mind doesn't have that index memorized. It's impossible. Let's say that, and let's say the time took 7 minutes, long time. So basically, I just started doing a little line so you can see. And all it is now is a matter of going in, working the line out, working shadows, and of course the little detail in the circuits. But from now on, I'm going to speed this up and show you the line art. I'll try to slow it down around the circuits so you can see real better how to draw them. But, that's about it, and it's amazing. I'm enjoying drawing more and more. And please like, it helps. Please click the like button. It only takes 1 little second. Please share with your friends, other people online. And thank you, everyone, and let's speed this up. A very important notice with the panels. This whole thing took so long. But notice with the panels, see where that is? There are reflections all over. So wherever there is nothing there, it is where the light's hitting it, and that's going to be all throughout this process. And so really keep that in mind. I'm going to speed it up, but keep it kind of a slower speed. But let me know if this helps, please. This is a complex drawing.